and welcome back to Financial Minds Meet the Experts. I'm your host, Jaime Agostino. In case you're new to listening to our show, this is where we're joined by financial industry experts to talk about topics, trends, and themes that credit union professionals need to know about. We are welcoming back Vizo Financial's Culture Crusaders today. We have Chief Culture Officer Joe Bertotto, and we also have our Learning Engagement Champion, Jeanne Heath. Jeanne, Joe, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hey, great to be here, Jaime. Thanks for having us.
All right.
Thanks. It's always fun.
Oh, wonderful. And you're joining me today because we're actually celebrating, right? Vizo Financial received the Gallup Exceptional Workplace Award. So congratulations. So Joe, I want to learn more about this. So what exactly is Gallup's Exceptional Workplace Award, and what criteria did you have to meet in order to win this award?
Yeah, thanks, Jaime. You know, it's Gallup's award to celebrate organizations who put the engagement of their people at the center of kind of the business strategy, and really organizations who are committed to developing human potential, right? So we know if you have a committed and engaged workforce, that's going to lead to better business results. I mean, we know it practically as it happens for us, and we know it based on all the research. And so, we really believe that if we can make people's lives better, not only at work, but at home, what a great thing, right? So we really kind of think about that, and that's in line with this award that Gallup has. As far as the criteria, you have to use their employee engagement assessment, which is the Q12, right? And then you have to have a minimum of 50 employees. So 50 or more employees and taking the Q12, and you can participate. Then you have to have 80% participation on the survey, and you have to have a grand mean score, your overall score of a 4.6 out of 5. So that standard is really high. And really, the thing that we love about this, Jaime, is, it's a kind of a global award. Organizations from all over the world have won this. And so that, to us, that kind of puts us in a different category when we're kind of in the grouping of companies all over the world. And really, of the thousands of organizations that participate in that Q12, only a very small number are even eligible. And then based on that, even a smaller number win the award. Because the other thing Gallup does is kind of match up your Q12 results with your business results, right? Because, the whole idea of this is engagement drives performance. So that's kind of the criteria. And of course, we're just very excited to win it and feel very grateful. So,
all right, thank you. I did, that was all new. I didn't know what the criteria behind it does. Sound very select as far as even being able to run for it. Very challenging. So, Jeanne, I know you were just like over the moon excited, that you were just thrilled. So, what does this award mean for Vizo Financial?
Yeah, thanks, Jaime. I was, and I still am. Every time I think about it, I'm so excited for us, and I'm just so proud of the organization. The award for us, it really is recognition of the internal work that we're doing every single day to really create a workplace where people feel valued, respected, cared for, and like they belong. I think it also reinforces to our team that the environment that we all work together to create is really exceptional, and should be cherished. We all have days where it's not our best day at work, and we're like, oh, is this really what I want to be doing? But to me, this award says that even when we're having our worst day, it's a pretty good day compared to some other places. So it's exciting, and I'm just thrilled.
Wonderful. Well, Joe had kind of said that this is the first time Vizo applied for the award. So, Jeanne, what was the thought behind applying? Why did the culture team believe that now was the time to apply for the award?
Yeah. Well, Joe and I have worked together for many years. I've had the pleasure of just working with him at a variety of organizations. And we worked at organizations that were high performing places and had applied for awards similar to this in the sense of a lot of people might be familiar with Best Places to Work
Mhm.
is an award. So for us, applying for an award was just a natural decision. We get to a place and we're saying, we're pretty proud of what we've done here. Let's apply for this. We do a lot of work with the Gallup organization, and we see ourselves as a strength-based organization. So applying for the Gallup Exceptional Workplace Award really did seem to make sense for us. Um, we were also really proud to say that our engagement scores have continued to rise, and especially proud that during the pandemic, it was probably a time where we just continued and got to shine even more, and our scores continued to rise. So we felt it was a time to throw our hat in for this prestigious award. And I'd say, I think something that makes us really proud also is this was the first time we applied and we won on our first try. Many times that doesn't happen. Your first time sometimes is testing the waters, making sure you have everything right. So, again, I think it's a great reflection on the work each of us do every day.
Yeah. Well, Joe, can you describe the culture at Vizo Financial and how it led to you winning the award?
Yeah, thanks, Jamie. And Jean deserves a tremendous amount of credit because she did all the work in the application process and got support from other people in our company to kind of put that application through. So kudos to Jean on that. I think I describe us as low in hierarchy and high in support, and really kind of virtually siloless. And I think those are kinds of things that make a difference. Everybody is willing to support each other. Doesn't matter, what department you're in. No one is, territorial. I mean, we're not a perfect company, and there are times when things don't go the way we want and people disagree. It's not like this is utopia all the time, but the overall feeling is you can call anybody in our company and they will help you on any issue. Even if they don't know, they'll try. They'll call somebody else. They'll point you in a direction. I mean, that's to me that really speaks to a completely unified team, right? All kind of going in the same direction, trying to accomplish the same goal, which is really help our members. How do we make it work for the members?
Yeah.
So that's how I'd kind of describe it.
Okay. Well, what has Vizo Financial been doing for the past few years to set us up to achieve the award? And how did the pandemic, impact what we were already doing?
Yeah, it's interesting. The pandemic was a time that, of course, we originally all went and worked remotely. And depending on what you remember, it was, oh, in a couple months we'll all be back in the office. Well, and here we are, right? And I think one of the things that we did with regard to the pandemic that made a significant difference in our organization was giving people the opportunity to choose their work environment. It wasn't, again, low hierarchy, right? It wasn't anyone saying, hey, you have to come back into the office, or we'll let you work 2 days from home and 3 days in the office. It was, what's best for your life? What do you want to do? And we gave people options. And most people, in fact, when we did a survey of our employees, 78% of people wanted to work remotely. And so we did that. We had people work in the way that works for them. And I think that was kind of a huge piece of how people saw the company. And I think that really was a defining moment that people recognize, like, wow, this is pretty cool, especially now as you read organizations, demanding people come back into the office. I mean, we don't ever talk about that because it works so well for us. And kind of to the what brought us here even before the pandemic and helped bolster our culture, I think some of the things that we did before the pandemic, we have a really powerful onboarding project which Jeanne kind of works on and developed and collaborates with our HR team on. So when people join our organization, they immediately feel welcome and like they belong. And then I think a couple of the other things that we do that are pretty unique is, we do these like what we call service hours, but hourly meetings every month where every employee comes and, hears messages that are about teamwork, about strengths, about how we support each other, about our values. And then leaders go through an additional 1 hour a month of just leadership development discussion. And I think what happens there, because those sessions are virtual and, we have 4 campuses, but people from all different campuses participate in those meetings. So people get to know each other that they, rarely might talk to. Now they meet in these meetings and get to know each other, and it creates bonds. The other thing is, it's just a constant reminder every month of, if you work here, here's how you should really behave. And if you lead here, this is the way you should manage. Right. And I think it's people implementing that. We have just a great team of people, right, who are open and receptive to stuff like that. But I think that, like, just that repetitive message over and over again, it just keeps it in top of mind. And most organizations don't do things like that, right? You go to a training class for a day and that's it. And a lot of times, the executive team doesn't participate in training because they already know all the stuff. That doesn't happen in our company. Everybody participates in everything. And I think that also sends a message. So I think it's things like that that led us to the point of today, and then how we handle the pandemic, along with creating a whole bunch of opportunities for people to connect with each other. And Jamie, shout out to you. I mean, we do these things called connection clubs, and it was Jeanne's idea. Let's have people of like interests jump on for a half an hour and talk about things. And Jamie, you head up our cooking time, club. So we've got all these little clubs, and people join in, and it's just non-work related stuff. But again, people get to see and talk to each other in different ways, and it just strengthens the bonds. And I think all that leads to this sense of people feeling really good about working here, and hopefully bragging about us as a company and what a great place to work we are.
Yeah. Wonderful. Thanks. Thank you, Joe. So Jeanne, where do you go from here? You've already won, a prestigious award, one that only a handful of companies in the world have won. So what's next for Vizo Financial?
I love hearing that every time I hear it. It's so exceptional. We are such a great team. For me, I don't really look at it as in terms of what's next. As the award and the work that we do is not really like a box to check off, hey, we've done this, where we're going, but we really look at it as a journey that we're on. We plan to apply for the award again next year. But our plan really, where do we go from here is, to continue to listen to our employees, continue to ensure that people are heard, continue to recognize and develop people, and really just continue to build and protect an organization where people get to come to work each day. They don't have to, but they get to come to work each day. And I know for me, I love coming to work each day, and we're just going to continue on this journey.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you both so much. I really enjoyed learning more about the award, as well as far as all the criteria. I mean, I just didn't realize there was all of those requirements to even apply. So congratulations again. It's a wonderful achievement. You guys should be proud of yourselves for leading the culture at Vizo Financial, and then to all the staff, and their commitment to the culture and living it each and every day. So thank you for joining me.
Thanks, Jamie. Appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Sure. Today's episode of Financial Minds is brought to you by Vizo Financial's 2023 Leadership Workshop. Vizo Financial is sounding the alarm to credit union leaders across the country. Our 2023 Leadership Workshop is kicking off tomorrow, May 4th, in Hershey, PA, with the two of them, and you're invited. So during the workshop, you can learn how to increase your institution's value to members by uncovering sales opportunities through a non-aggressive approach. Instead, our experts, these two, will share an effective process built on knowing your members and making the appropriate suggestions for a product or service that will actually benefit them and even help to manage the employees to increase their sales. So the workshop, again, kicking off tomorrow in Hershey, PA, but we're also hosting it in 3 additional locations: Richmond, Virginia, Charlotte, North Carolina, Pittsburgh, PA. And besides the opportunity to refine those leadership skills, the workshop also offers you the chance to earn 6.5 CPE credits. So if you're excited about the workshop, go to our website, learn more, register today. And again, that website address is www.vfccu.org. So before I let you go, Joe, I'm going to ask you one more question.
Sure.
What do you love about working in the credit union industry?
Yeah, thanks, Jamie. For me, and I think I speak for Jeanne too, because we've worked, as Jeanne said, we've worked together for a long time. And we've probably been in the credit union industry 10 years or so. And I would say it's the whole nature and philosophy of people helping people. I mean, it really is a sense of how do we help people have better lives?
Mm-hmm.
We try to do that in our organization, and our industry tries to do it for our members. And we try to do it for our members. And I think that's really it. It's just the notion that people come before profits, right? People come before all these other things. And, that's the way the world should be. So to me, I mean, being able to kind of live that every day is pretty inspiring.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Love making the positive impact into the people around us. So, well, thank you all so much for listening today. And with that, I hope you make it a great day.